What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with an update to our Odd Eyes Magician. So let's jump into this deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. We're running 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon is the main beater of the deck. You want to use him, beat your opponent down. Also too, if you set him up in your pen scale, get their searches, that way you can get your pendulum scale set up. We're still running 3 Astrograph, and the main reason, like I said, a lot of people are starting to cut this down to 2 and 1, but I feel that running at 3 is mandatory, and the reason why, he's going to help you to be able to get them extra searches as you blow up cards. So if you Wavering Eyes, blow up your scales, get the search, you also drop him, also get one of those cards back. So that's going to help you get more field advantage and also to get more searches. We're running 2 Double Iris Magician. We want to get those spell and traps to the hands as fast as possible. You know, you use his effect whenever he's blown up, he ends up getting those spell and traps, and that's going to help you out a lot. We're running 2 Black Fang Magician. Black Fang's just all around good, just to be able to help you to get that good extra little special summon from out of the graveyard. Also get those good attack decreases on your opponent, so it's going to help you out a lot in your game plays. Running 2 Purple Poison. Purple Poison also helps you to be able to get the good pops on your opponent. Make sure your opponent is always on guard. Even if they decide to strike it and it goes to the graveyard, it's still going to get those extra pops for you, so that's very good. We're running 2 White Fang Magician just to be able to extra little beat down, and also 2 helps you out whenever your monsters are targeted, so that's also good too. Running 2 Harmonizing. Harmonizing helps the whole deck out. You know, pendulum summon it from hand. It's going to help you get another magician out of the deck whenever it's special summon on the pendulum summon. Just be wary of this card. If it goes to the extra deck, you're going to have to be able to find a way to get back to hand so you can use it again, because you can't pendulum summon out of the extra deck. But all around, it's a very good card for the deck and help the deck out a lot. We're running 3 Wisdom Eye. Wisdom Eye, you know, is one of the best cards in the deck. It probably is hands down the best card in the deck. The fact is that you blow it up, search out any magician that you want, place it directly into the pen scale, and just keep going with your plays from there. Regenerate it back to your hand with your Oath, and just keep going with your crazy plays. So he's very good for the deck. Speaking of, we're still running 2 Oath Dragon. Like I said, to me, I like to be able to get the cards back to hand as much as possible. You know, you got cards like Cosmic Cyclone, you still got MST, Dust Tornado, things like that, Double Twister. You know, all these things that can destroy your pen scale. So to be able to have 2 of these as a backup, that's also very good. I'm running 1 Time Breaker just because I like the field clearance, and I also like his pendulum effect that protects pendulum monsters. So that helps out a lot whenever you're going into some of your plays, and helps you go into some good plays that, you know, really throw your opponent off when they think they're going to get rid of stuff they can't. We're also running 3 Performance Power Skullcrabat Joker. He helps to search out your whole deck. He is your Stratos. He's going to help you get your Performer Pals, your Odd Eyes, your Magicians. Whatever you need, he's going to be able to get it on that normal summon. So go ahead and get what you need with his normal summon. Keep going with your plays from there. We're running 2 Performer Pal Pendulum Sorcerer. Pendulum Sorcerer is going to help you be able to search out your Skullcrabat Joker. And that's the key thing that you want to do. You want to be able to make sure you keep that loop going so that you keep searching those 2 out. So that helps out a lot. And lastly, we're running 1 Luster Pendulum just because he helps you to get a pop. That's going to help you generate some other card effects and help you get some other combos going. So it helps the deck out a lot. And that is it for our monsters. For our spell cards, running 1 Sky Iris just because, just to be able to get that search, help out a lot. It also helps your pen scales. It's mostly are magicians and odd eyes, so that's going to help you out a lot. And that helps out to, you know, help you keep a little bit of game state. We're running 2 Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance just helps you to be able to get anything that has pendulum in its name. You know, get that thing, get a magician setup or a pen scale setup, activate this card, get the search that you need, go on with your plays from there. We're running 1 Pendulum Call. Pendulum Call is just good, you know, if you have your Time Pentagraph set up, you activate this. This is going to help you be able to get that secondary effect of Time Pentagraph to send 1. But that's really all you want to do. You don't want to too much. You don't want to have more than 1 in this. You don't want to be trying to activate it all the time, because sometimes you want to blow up your scales so you can get your searches. We're running 2 Star Pendulum Graph. This card I really like it that the opponent cannot target spellcaster monsters with effects, so that helps out a lot more than you think. But the main thing that you want to do with this card is you got it up on the field, it's going to help you get your searches off. So that's the main thing that you want to look after. I'm taking in one Pendulum Impenetrable, and this is, I'm doing this because of Wavering Eyes, things like that. This is just a, secondary response to Wavering Eyes. You can only Wavering Eyes so much, and if you have this is going to put an end to all of it. So I like that a lot, and it's just a little extra card that you can search off of your Duelist Alliance. Also, I'm running 2 Wavering Eyes. Wavering Eyes, if you're going into the mirror match, you like to have 3, but like I said, there's not going to be sometimes as many mirror matches as you think. So have 3 of this is too much. 2 is just right. You hit 1, you're going to be able to see it. It works out enough. And lastly, for the spell cards, we're running 2 Mystical Space Typhoon because there's still sometimes you need to be able to hit stuff with MST and you don't want to discard too much. But Mystical Space Typhoon does help out a lot. And that's it for our spells. For our traps, we're only running 2, and that's our Time Pentagraph. Time Pentagraph, just make sure that, like the Star Pentagraph, it makes your opponent so they can't target. But also 2, this card, you target a Magician, target a card on your opponent's side of the field, blow them up, and if their card doesn't blow up, you send another one. So that helps out a lot when clearing your opponent's board. But that is it for our main deck. For our extra deck, we're still running 1 Supreme King Zark. Zark's just a big beater to be able to board wipe. You won't have many board wipes right now, so to be able to board wipe, that's always very good. And if you do, you're usually swinging for game. Run 1 Supreme King Starving Venom. This guy's just all around good just for doing trample. And that's the main thing you want to do is just trample your opponent to death. Just keep doing as much damage as you possibly can. We're running 1 Odd Eyes Vortex. Vortex is just all around good to make sure you get that good negate on your opponent. Spin whatever you got back into your extra deck, from your extra deck to your deck. Get that negate on your opponent. Also too, if you special summon, get that spin on your opponent. We're running 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. This is just a good Raigeki. We're running 1 Enlightening Paladin. Paladin is just all around good to help you get those spell cards back. If you had to use Wavering Eyes, be able to use this card, get that Wavering Eyes, set it. That way, if you're going into the mirror match, your opponent already knows. Look, get too crazy over there, I'm just going to blow it all up. Running 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst is just good to make sure your opponent doesn't have any effects popping off in the battle phase that can really slow you down. We're running 1 Odd Eyes Absolute just to be able to get that good Utopia negate, and also 2 helps you special summon back your Odd Eyes monsters go for more damage. We're also running 1 Number 11 Big Eye. Big Eye is just good for snatch stealing your opponent's monsters. Sometimes they get a little too big over there. You won't get that monster on your side of the field, get the whole advantage. We're running 1 Performing Power Trapeze Magician. Trapeze Magician, he helps out a lot with a lot of your plays. He can help you to OTK. Also too, if you run into a matchup where you're getting a lot of burn damage, you can end up stopping that too. So he can help out a lot. We're running 1 Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. Dark Rebellion just to be able to make sure your opponent can't get too much effects popping off. Like I said, that's the big thing that you want to look at. And also too, you want to make sure you hate on and get those attack point increases. We're running 1 Time Star Magician just to be able to help search out all of our Magician cards. To be able to make sure your opponent can't destroy your pen scales, things like that. Just send 1 from the deck to the graveyard and you keep going on with your plays from there. We're running 1 Tornado Dragon. Tornado Dragon just to be able to make sure you got that MST at any time. To make sure that your opponent can't get too wild on their field with their spell cards. Just to be able to slow them down a little bit. We're running 1 Castell just to be able to make sure that if there's any problem cards on your opponent's side, spin it back. That way you ain't got to worry about it. But you got to make sure it's face up. Next, we're running 1 Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller just to be able to hit on all the graveyard effects. There's a lot of graveyard effects still rolling around. So be able to make sure you go into that Abyss Dweller, activate the effect, and just run over your opponent from there. And lastly for the deck, we're running 1 Decode Talker just because sometimes to be able to open up 2 spots, Pendulum Summon 2 from the extra deck could be just what you need to go for that game spate. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. Let us know what you think. We're out.